Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Let's Have Fun. It's a very beautiful day. It's very sunny, very nice, and I don't know. I feel like recording a video. I have a few ideas. Huko kuna giza. Yeah, I have a few ideas, and we'll probably get into the video. But let's just enjoy the weather. Or what do you think? Really, guys, people have been staring at me in the around the estate because my shirt is so ratchet. So I don't know if we can swim today. Actually, we can because I'll be here alone, and because niko na phobia ya kuswim, I can walk inside the water with the chills. Like no one is watching me unless people are watching me from the windows. So hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Let's Have Fun. It's your girl Camila Kagasi, and I'm back with another lit video. So as you can see, I have a jug here. Before I choose a paper, I am outside and I want to do this video as fast as possible because being a vlogger, you actually attract a lot of attention, and I don't want people walking outside the building and getting me outside here recording. But anyway, before you get into this video, you have to admit that this shirt looks good, huh? It looks good on me. As in, what do you say? Let's choose a card. So like this video, subscribe, share, comment, turn on your post notification, follow me on Instagram at _Kagasi_. So we are choosing a paper. So this paper actually says I should tell you guys about my life's worst decision ever. And it's actually a long story, and I want to make it fast as I can. So my life's worst biggest decision was triggered on the 29th of May 2014. It was actually a Friday night. I was in class 8, and we were having a conversation with people in class concerning liquor bottles. And I don't know why we were having that kind of a conversation during that, like, as a 14-year-old, what are you talking about liquor, you get? So anyway, we had that kind of conversation, and one thing led to another, and my best friend actually asked me to bring for her, like, liquor for her the next day to school. And imagine what I did. I brought for her wine, and it really created a lot of drama, and it brought me a lot of problems. So what happened on the 30th was on a Saturday, and we used to go to school. Classes used to start at 7:30 and end at 10:30. So it was 7:30 to 8:30, 8:30 to 9:30, then 9:30 to 10:30, and we were free. The next classes were as from 2 p.m. So that day, let me put this down before I drop. So that day, I actually arrived late at school, and I was so small. Those people who think I am small right now, I'm actually big right now. That time I was so small, and my bag was extremely big. So I arrived at school late. My class teachers were pretty. I wasn't his biggest fan because I used to land in a lot of trouble, I think, and he never used to like me. So he was like, "Wewe mtoto na hiyo bagi yako kubwa, leo mwili yako ndogo. Sasa hivi unaingia shule." I arrived like, I think 7:25. So I went to class. I had actually forgotten about the whole wine thing in my bag. So I went, actually when I was putting it inside the house, my auntie was having a bath and our nanny was washing the car outside. So the kitchen was left to me because I removed it from the fridge. So I put it inside the water bottle, added a little bit of mango juice, and I went to school. So there I am in school. I put my bag down, and I used to sit on the back right. Back leg, I was a backbencher. With my small body, I was a backbencher. So it was me, my deskmates, then this space is where we used to pass, then my best friend. Yeah, so then we were sitting there. The first class was there, Ikaisha. The second one was there, and Ikaisha. So I think we were. No, I think it was the second class. Okay? So that was my best friend. She actually remembered it. She came, "Hey, Camille, did you bring for me what I asked you to bring for me?" And I'm like, "Yeah. I brought it. It's actually inside the bag. The bag is down there. So she actually squat and she removed the water bottle and she drank the wine. So the mistake she did was she was walking around and being for people. Okay, what's that called in English? Kutoa hewa kwa mdomo, sina the other side. So that's what she was doing, and she accidentally did that to our class prefect, and he actually, it's like he smelt it, but he wasn't sure. And there was this girl who actually, can I say, my best friend was the daughter of an MP. And so you just know in school, people always want to fit in with the outstanding, the unique kids, because he wanted to see what it was. So she never, I think, and because my best friend we were friends like me, her, and some other girl. She was called Justine. Okay, we were 3 good friends. So my best friend came and anyway, yeah, this girl came with the previous night, shared the conversation between me and my best friend. And the next day, she was just actually watching out to see if I'll actually bring the liquor and promise my best friend. And she saw my best friend squatting and drinking it. It was red wine. And when I went to school, no, I will explain that later. So after the class prefect realizing that was the smell of liquor, he was just like, So this girl, who doesn't like me and my best friend, she went to the class prefect. And I think akamuuliza, umesikia harufu ya nini? And I think he was like, it was alcoholish like this. So this girl explained to him, I had yesterday, they were talking about A. They're talking about A, B, C, and D. So my best friend actually, this girl and the class prefect left. And when they left, I was like, I was just like, msichana anapenda kujipendekeza, maybe she's just like doing something to whatever. Like I didn't care. After a while, nasikia my best friend is being called by our class teacher. Hey, nikajua hapa things are spoiled with the way. Yeah? So I just took the bottle, like this is the bottle. I was putting on a sweater. I put it inside the sweater like this. It is not easy recording from outside. But anyway, as I was saying, I took the bottle, put it inside my sweater, then I walked out of class like I had carried nothing. Hey. So I went inside the toilet and I disposed it. Then I came back to class. I fetched water, then came back to class. I didn't rinse the bottle. Hey. So I remember the class. I've just sat there for a while. Then Camilo being called by a class teacher. So I went. And then he's like, Camilo, did you bring for this girl? And I'm like, no. Camilo, did you carry to school? I'm like, what did I carry to school? What do you mean? And then he's like, don't pretend. What did you bring for this girl? I'm like, I just brought for her juice. Are you sure it was juice? Nimesikia fununu sio umekuja na pombe shuleni. Nini. I am like, no, I didn't. Then he told me, go bring your water bottle. So I went to class, picked up my water bottle, then I went and gave it to him. So he just opened it and he smelled the brim and it actually smelled of liquor. Hey. He told us, go away. See, we went, he had refused and carried, like went to school. He told us to go away. And my best friend had refused, like she drank wine. We were sent back to class. So, actually, there was this guy, before that incident, there was this guy who came and he was like, there were 2 guys who came and they were like, at 10, we'll go uko nyuma kwa hosepipe. We had a huge hosepipe in school. We'll go uko nyuma kwa hosepipe, then we'll drink. See, I want to say about it. I have carried way to school. Hey, I'm the G. That was the biggest mistake. When it was like when they found out like tumeshikwa, they were like, Miss Guy, Mimi I didn't ask you about it, and we were like, okay, we're in this together, me and my best friend. So it was like okay. So I went home for lunch, then I came back at 6 classes because I was at home. Then I was seated in class comfortably. Hey, Nikama like I have not even done any mistake. Our class teacher came in and he's like, wewe hata sijui kwa nini unafanya nini kwa class. Toka kwa class. Your case will be discussed on Monday. Ndio mwa primary wanapenda kujisikia but anyway. Alikuwa anapenda kujisikia mwalimu. So mimi nikatoka, nikaenda kwa washroom, nikaenda nikakaa kwa washroom, then I think my best friend alikuwa sent out of class. So she came to the washroom na akanipata. So we started talking And we started like pangaing how we were going to say this thing. Like, oh, it was like this, like this. We have arranged to be panga form. Huh? Okay, so it's no care. After from where, then another class teacher walks inside the toilet and she's like, okay, we never used to share washroom with teachers, but I think she had us talking, so she walked inside the toilet and she's like, well, Camilla, if I were you, I would just go home because I don't know what you're doing here. That was on the 30th of May 2014. So I was like, okay. By the way, my class let us know let me just go. So I went home, our nanny's like, hey, look, my parents go, hey, Miss to be home because on Monday it's a holiday, we're not going to school, so we just come back home. Mind you, I was in class 8. Class 8 was supposed to come to school on Monday, then class 1 to 7 was supposed to stay at home. So, me there was at home, stress-free. When my auntie came in at home, hey, I was just stressed. I was just looking at her, asking myself, hey, anaambiwa, oh, kwani atapigiwa saizi? We actually slept and woke up the next day. She wasn't cold. The next day she was traveling to Uganda. So we went to church, left during church. Hi, my uncle and they were traveling to Uganda. So my uncle was driving and they went. Hey, they used to school in Kakamega County. So there I go. I'm still making sure to be in Shamba. Swan shoulder. Anyway, yeah. So, hey, I was left at church and so as I went back home. Then my dad called, I think it was at around 2. He's like, what have you done? What did you carry to school? And I'm like, aya, kwani habari shafikia babangu, my dad is in Nairobi. Kumbe our head teacher called my auntie and he lied. He said that your daughter has carried whiskey. You know how whiskey you just exaggerated this story to a million times worse the situation. Whiskey to school. Auntie, your daughter has carried whiskey to school. Hey, my auntie called my dad and she told my dad, you'll have to go to school because I'm not around. So on Monday, he did go to school. It was on the 1st of June, it was a holiday. So my dad traveled on the 1st of June at night. He arrived on the 2nd in the morning, which was on a Tuesday, and we went to school to discuss their story. So when I got there, they asked me, Camilo, did you carry to school? I'm like, I carried juice to school. I don't know why you guys are insisting I carried liquor to school. So they were like, are you sure you carried juice? I'm like, hey, smell this bottle. I had a cold with it. That was like university. I had a cold. So I told them, I mean, you know, home matter season, plus my voice like indicated I had a cold. So they insisted. Imagine from around 9 to almost at 2. I must be for 1. Nimekata, I have carried liquor to school. I have just carried juice. That was my story. And vile walimu wanapenda udaku. Hey, they came in plenty. It was the head teacher, the deputy, my math teacher, guidance and counseling, boarding teacher, boarding mistress, my dad, me. Which teacher? I think there's another teacher who used to be my friend, so he wanted to know, not friendly, he was just friendly. I even matched at his wedding. So he came, he wanted to know like, if it's true, whatever this people are saying, the Otabot was in that office. So because I denied that I carried liquor to school, I was sent home for a week. So my dad had to travel back to Nairobi on Tuesday night. And yeah, I stayed. My auntie was actually coming back on the 3rd, which was on Wednesday. I went and slept early because my auntie is fire. My auntie doesn't play. Hey, well, my auntie does not play totally. So I went and slept. So when she arrived, okay, I wasn't like asleep, but when she was driving in, I had her. So I went inside the bed. So she came to my room and opened the door and she was like, oh, okay, I'm in Lala, tutapatana kesho. So she went, in the morning I woke up early, went to the study room, I pretended I was reading. But I wasn't reading, I was just stressed and I didn't want her to get me sleeping na nimefanya makosa. People are in school learning and in bed. That is, hey, I don't know how many mistakes. So she just walked past the study room, Then she went to the kitchen, opened the fridge and removed the bottle and she was looking at it like, so she was reading through it. Actually, that package, a package, Del Monte, like this one, later Del Monte, actually it looks alike. Even this one was maroon, and then it was from the Spanish-speaking countries. I don't know if it was Mexico or what, so it was written in a lot of Spanish. So that was my excuse, like, me, I can't read. This is Spanish, it's not English, it's not like something I can read. Hey, my auntie called me. This is what you carry to school, and I'm like, yeah, coffee, pap. Why did you carry this to school. Can't you see it's like, it's Nene, wine? I'm like, how dare I have known it's wine? And then I was like, didn't you see us drinking in the sitting room with my friend, like, it, hey? I was slapped. Then she was so annoyed me. I don't know why people take out anger on people's hair. I don't know. So she took a pair of scissors and cut my hair. You know how in our school we used to plait lines. You know how somebody plates lines alafu kuchini zina hang? So she just took a pair of scissors. Huko mwisho akakata like hivyo. So sikuwa na hair huko chini. So she told me to undo the hair, then to go and shave. And I really cried. Like, my family knows my biggest love is my hair. I cried and cried. So we became friends for the rest of the week, but we went back to school the next week on Tuesday. It was on 10. You can't forget, wait first. 7. First was on Monday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Sunday, Monday. Yeah, it was on 10 actually. Wow. Come on, I remember the dates. It was on 10. So we went back to school on 10. Actually, went back as a boarder because I had a lot of drama of bringing things from home to school, and this was not the worst of them all. So, but I'm not telling this story because I am proud of what I did. That's why this is my life's biggest regret, like my biggest regret. If I could go back in time, I'd really change the decision I made during that time. So, I went to school. We walked in. I'd actually shaved like whoop. Hey, you guys don't know the embarrassment. My best friend had faked her illness till she was put on a drip. Plus her dad was an MP. Yeah, again that me, my dad was not an MP, guys. Okay, so I just went home and was sad. She faked illness, she was put on a drip, she didn't go home. She stayed in school, she stayed in class. So people actually felt pity of me, they felt bad, like, hey, where did you go? Where did she go? Plus, hey, people were talking around that. People were telling their kids, sisi kupona na Camilla, huyo ni mtoto mbaya sana. Mtu fulani ni mbaya. Mtoto anaribu jina mama yake. Mtoto pia anaribu jina aunti yake. Arudi aishi na mama yake. Aache kuharibu jina aunti yake. Hey, it was spoke, guys. Hey. Plus at that time, I had problem with my leg. I used to go for like a whole second time. I used to go for injections from like Monday to Friday, except Saturday and Sunday, like injections. It was supposed to be, I think, 60 days of injections, or I don't know, 90 days. I was born with a problem with my right leg. Those people who know me, they realize I don't walk straight. I always walk like up and down, yeah. So I was born with a problem, and it was reoccurring, and yeah, I had to go for injections. So they didn't even care I was in. Hey, Mimi seemed to MP, my friend, went home. Anyway, we went back for the second hearing. So when the officer, they were asking, Camilla, what did you carry to school? I insisted, I carried juice. Kumuka, they say my auntie now came. I carried juice. They told me, we will bring in the witnesses, and if you refuse, you'll have to go home for a suspension and come back for a third hearing. Nikikata third hearing, then I will go for an expulsion. I'll only come back to do my exam. So I was actually scared, but I really wanted to know the people who reported me. So what happened is I went home, and then he said that Camilla actually brought alcohol to school because I could smell it from her best friend's mouth. So I refused. I said I carried juice. So I was waiting for this. Like, there were two people. I was even told by the teacher, there's the class prefect who reported me, and there's this anonymous person. So I wanted to know who is this anonymous person who reported me. So I was just fun. I carried juice to school. So they brought in this girl, and I was like, okay. So the one who reported us, okay. So she said, oh, I had them the previous day. They were talking about A, B, C, and D, and she actually carried it to school, and that was so wrong. That's why I told the class prefect, the class prefect that smelled it from her best friend's mouth, and blah, 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 and whatever, and blah. So after she just left the office, they asked me, Camilla, what did you carry to school? I just looked at them and I said, I carried wine. And they were annoyed. Hey, they asked me, why have you been taking us around all this time? But me, I just wanted to know the people who reported me. It wasn't like for bad, it was bad. You get. Anyway, that is my life's biggest regret. That's how I became a boarder for the first time in my life in class 8. And back in time a million times to change what I did. I actually brought shame to my family. I made my mom cry. I made my dad cry. Actually, my dad cried. In fact, the deputy was said like he's going to give me 3 strokes of the cane, and I think he gave me 7. And then after caning me, he's giving me dad the cane to tell me, and then he tells me dad that and and my dad was so annoyed. Like, you said you're going to give her 3. Where did you give her 7? You get. Plus, my dad has never ever caned me, so he was annoyed. I was given extra strokes. Then he told the teacher like he's not going to punish me. Okay, the parents love, the parents love. Anyway, my dad didn't cane me, but he was annoyed by my decision, and I felt bad about my decision. And I just know that, like, all I know is that I can change. Like, that is my life's biggest regret. My friends know, like, I don't like regretting to the decisions I make, but that one I regret. That is my biggest regret. And yeah, I've just told this story. Yeah, it's just a story. I'm not happy about it, but it is a story. It is what I did in the past, and it is not like, I know people will actually use that against me in future to try and like define who I am, but at the end of the day, be that, imagine I carried it to school and I never drank it. I was a good girl. I just wanted to fit into society. You need peer pressure. As in, don't get. Never forget to always thank the Almighty God. So, adios.